What's up, everybody? I'm Andy.
And I'm Mike.
And welcome to Whiskey Refinement.
Is that 6?
No.
5.
I think we
Five.
decided we were going to stop counting.
We did. It is a little bit
It's
weird.
going to get ridiculous.
Yeah.
Plus, it adds too much continuity to our videos. So
Yeah.
This is a completely separate rainy day.
Considering that we actually changed shirts this time.
Yep, but I'm not going to between this one and the next one.
We obviously like black though, so
I do.
whatever. What do we got?
We have got Old Forester.
Old Forester.
So, a lot of other people talked about this 1920 here that's 115 proof, and I gave in to all of their opinions and went and purchased myself a bottle, and it will forever be a bottle in my tiny, humble whiskey collection. I fell in love with it. It is absolutely delicious. I told Mike about it.
Yeah.
He felt the same way. It's so good. It does not hit you like a 115 until the next morning. It definitely hits you then. But it is delicious. It's got so many different complex flavors in there. It's just a really good sipping everyday whiskey.
Absolutely.
But take it easy because it is 115.
It does hit pretty hard, but also it doesn't, like you said, it doesn't approach as being such a high alcohol content. And that's where it kind of gets dangerous. But at the same time, too, whoever was behind proofing this knew what they were doing because, I mean, it tastes fantastic. They didn't make it high proof just to say that they had the hottest whiskey on the market. They made it this proof because it actually adds something to the flavor, I think.
Agreed.
So, I mean, just like you, I mean, this is a staple in my bar as well. I mean, as soon as I'm out of my current bottle, it will be replaced with another. It has found a permanent home along the likes of Stag Jr. when I can find it, the Blanton's Bourbons when I can find them, the Weller Bourbons when I can find them. It's right up there, but here's the thing, guys. I think it's right on par with those.
And you can find it.
And you can find it.
right now.
And it's reasonable. How much is this bottle?
It's $60. You've got these two are right at $60, which, I mean, not everybody wants to go out and drop $60.
It's about
I
double
get
a
it.
bottle of Jack, but I think it's double the experience.
I think it's worth it. Now, we haven't cracked open the 1910 yet, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Have you ever had the 1910?
I've never had the
Me
1910.
neither. That'll be fun.
I poured myself a considerable amount of the 100 proof last night. It's a really good sipper, and you're coming in under $30 at like $25 or something for this bottle, and it's pretty delicious.
Gotcha.
It's definitely not as good as the 1920, but I would recommend anybody to get that, especially at that price point. It's really good. So that was the whole purpose of today. Was we know we love this. I tried this last night. I am a fan for the price point for sure. We've never had this, so we kind of wanted to just put together a little collection of some different proofs offered by Old Forester, and kind of see what we thought. And since we only have 2 Glencairns, I went and thought we'd get a little silly with the glassware. So just to show you
the
that
strawberry right out of it, man.
you can smell stuff in a martini glass, you can smell stuff in a wine glass, you can taste stuff in this fancy beer glass. You can cup your hands and pour it right in the palm. I don't give a damn. You do what you want.
This will give you the best experience.
Which is why I'm putting the 1920.
Exactly. Now, from my understanding, though, this is not an indication of like how good they are, or rather where they show up on the lineup of the Old Forester.
Nope.
It's not like, hey, this is your entry level, this is your mid grade, this is your high grade. This is like its own unique expression, and I'm guessing a separate mash bill from these two. I'm guessing this is the same juice, just done at different proofs, and it'll be interesting to actually compare and contrast the difference in flavor profile.
I agree.
Considering that they come from the same stock. So,
Yep.
I think we need to get into it, man.
Yep. What do you want to start with? You want
what?
to just start off with the 100
we may as
proof?
well.
And you guys tell us what you call this, because Mike thinks we call it the 1870, the year it was established. They did their 100 proof so they could get into the whole bottled in bond, when they got their own distillery, which, by the way, check out their website.
Yeah.
There's some really cool stories about what they did after Pearl Harbor and when they had a fire on their bottling line and things like that. Really cool history.
And they were the only distillery open during Prohibition too.
Definitely one of the only. They were able to sell before, during, and after
They're like one of the
Prohibition.
longest running distillers in the
Yes.
United States right now.
Absolutely.
That's incredible.
Yep, in Louisville, Kentucky. So I'm gonna pour up this 100 proof. We'll
What do you
start
think?
there.
Martini glass.
I'm going martini glass.
I'm going pint.
Pint. There's a nice little schwigga.
Yeah, buddy.
All right. So this is the Old Forester 100 proof or 1870 or whatever the hell you want to call
This
it.
feels like the backwash at the bottom of a beer.
I'm not getting much of a nose out of a martini glass. I've got, maybe you have to,
Cup it.
you gotta,
I just get
There
straight,
it is.
I just get straight ethanol doing it out of a pint glass.
yeah, this smells
All
like,
right. So there's something to be said for a Glencairn.
I need to clean something with it. It's not working. Anyway,
getting
here we go.
ethanol.
Let's see what we got on the palate.
It's just a straightforward bourbon, man.
It is.
All the flavors that you're coming to expect. But man, yeah, that gets spicy at the end. That proof really kicks you.
It does. It sticks with you for a little while.
Yeah.
It stays on the palate. Like I don't know. I like that flavor because now I'm getting a little bit of like a caramel kind of sweetness.
Mm-hmm.
I just think for $25, I think you can. I mean, I haven't been able to find this everywhere. The 100 proof. I mean, Old Forester's got quite a few bottles in their lineup, but you know, finding the 100 proof is this is not a highly sought after bottle, so you should be able to get your hands on this fairly easily.
It's a little bit harsh at the end, like the flavors kind of just fall off, and all you get is that ethanol note. But I'm by no means disappointed with it.
See, I don't feel the harshness. For me, I
don't
love the way it stays on my palate. It's working very well for me.
I get almost like a light. Do you want a little?
Nope.
A little hit? I almost get like a little light vegetal note.
What did you just say?
Vegetal.
Vegetable? What the hell does vegetal mean?
Vegetal.
I have a very good vocabulary.
Like of veggies.
You're an idiot. Drink some more of it. Drink it.
That's good.
I think it's good. I think it's a solid
Just
whiskey.
straightforward. And here's the thing. If you were to have like people over that maybe are getting into bourbon or something like that,
Yep.
that would be a great one to start with. But at the same time, too, it's not going to offend anybody if they wanted to go ahead and mix it up. You know, if they wanted to
No,
put
if you
Coke in
want to
there
throw,
or get a cocktail
and especially
out
at
of it.
that price point, I think you can
That would
pour
make a great cocktail.
You can pour this on a cube. You can drink it neat. I put it on a cube last night. I might actually prefer it neat over the cube.
Yeah.
But I mean, very approachable. And if you did want to throw some Coke in, you're not going to upset me.
Very accessible.
approachable, very accessible,
And very
affordable. I mean, it's AAA, guys. This is a great bottle to go out and get.
Absolutely.
Throw it in your collection whenever you have somebody that wants a mixed, a whiskey Coke or something. That's a great one. But
you
I
can just
think it's
sip on it
great neat.
Yeah.
And
I think I'd like it a little bit better with a cube and kind of touch. I mean, maybe kind of chill down on some of those sharp edges that I'm getting.
Maybe I've just got a different palate today.
It's true.
This morning, my palate's running a little rough, man.
Well, and here's the thing, too. I brushed my teeth like 30 minutes ago, so I might still have a little bit of lingering that going
I
on.
brushed my teeth like 2 hours ago, so there we go. Anyway,
Way to get going.
boom. That's a good place to start, guys. AAA bottle
Heck
right there
yeah.
of whiskey. All right, let's crack
We gotta
this.
crack the 93 proof,
Let's
man.
get into this
The
1910.
1910.
Wait for it.
Oh,
Yes.
that was good.
That was nice.
Mm.
That was nice. All right, what do you? You going to the wine glass? Huh? I'm pretty excited about trying this one. Not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
me too. Ooh, yeah.
Got a little bit on the table.
And you know what I really enjoy?
Whiskey.
At 9:30 in the morning.
What are you telling people what time it is?
Because there's not a bad time for whiskey.
It's 9:39, guys, in the morning.
Cheers. Do we have anything to say?
That smells really good. Anyway, the Brown family is the family that has owned and operated Old Forester, and Owsley Brown, one of the guys along the line, came up with his own recipe for his own drinking that he kept, and it was called Old Fine Whiskey. So this is made from his personal blend, from his
That's
personal
cool.
stash. Very cool.
It's like you're
And
getting
it
to know the
smells
man.
really stinking good.
Getting to know the man.
Getting to know Owsley.
Ooh, yeah. Man.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on there.
There's a lot going on there, but it's definitely a different creature than the 1870. like
You mean the 100 proof?
the 100 and again, indicative of price. It's not anything to do with that, but this is absolutely double the experience.
Yes.
And
it's pretty much exactly double the price, so it's perfect.
yeah. Which in my opinion, the sweet spot for whiskey in general is somewhere between that $45 and $80.
Yeah.
After $80 is like a point of diminishing return for everybody, and
But please notice that most of the time when Mike presents an unopened bottle to us on video, it is well over $80. So
But there's
listen
some
to him,
outliers.
but
There's
also
outliers.
watch his actions.
There's outliers. Both directions, though. This being one of the outliers below that.
Oh, I
45.
agree. Yeah, it's not a bad whiskey
Shoot.
for $25 or whatever it
This
was.
to me is kind of like the monkey shoulder, like how Scotch, like monkey shoulder is just approachable for a majority of Scotch drinkers.
I've heard about it. I haven't had it yet.
This to me is kind of like the monkey shoulder of the bourbon world.
Okay.
So to speak. And I mean, I granted, I know that you got Buffalo Trace and a bunch of other ones that kind of compete with this, but that's damn good. But
I'm really looking forward to now having this 1920 right after the 1910 because that's got a dynamic flavor profile.
I think what we need to do is we need to give ourselves just a little splash
Of
of the 1910 so we can go back to it.
All
So
15
we
of
both
our
know
viewers.
this. We both know this and love this.
We both know some 1920. It will always. I have a backup bottle in there now. I'm already like a little upset at how low I've gotten this one, but it's so good. Please believe that you have got to get on that, and we will come back to this 1910. We want to get into this back and forth here and see how these two compare. So
This is worthy of a little bit of a.
I think I like the nose of the 1910 better.
Well, obviously you get a little less ethanol, but other than that, it's the same kind of flavors. Come on, man.
All right, I'm going back to the 1910.
They're very close siblings.
This one's a little lighter. The 1910 is, I mean, obviously when you go from 93 proof to 115 proof, it's a little more approachable on the palate. You get a lot more sweetness. I like some vanilla
On which one?
on the 1910.
I don't know, man. This to me is rounder. Like it's for lack of a better term, like a smoother experience, even though it's a higher proof. Like the notes are creamier to me. They're more like I can't articulate what I'm trying to say, but it's just got a fuller mouthfeel.
Mm-hmm. I'm not disagreeing with you on that at all. I think that the 1910 is a little more straightforward with the sweetness, whereas the 1920 you kind of get, just like you said, you get a whole mouthful of different flavors, and then you get to kind of taste it individually. Like they kind of hit you one at a time.
I'm still 100% in that category, but good Lord. I can't believe I hadn't tried
1910
though. I mean, as much of a whiskey nerd as I am, I can't believe I've never had Old Forester up until like a month ago when you freaking just came out of the woodwork.
I know, but that's because you take your ass straight to the Scotch section. That's where you want to be. That's where you prefer to be.
I do live overseas.
That's where you like your Islas and all that.
Yeah, I love my Irish.
You love it. So that's why we, just can compliment each other on this.
Here we are.
After a lot of editing,
I've got nothing else, man.
No, I got nothing else either.
This is beautiful.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna go all out
by all three
and say that we have 3 AAA bottles
winners
here. Approachable, affordable, accessible. You can get your hands on all three of these
Yes.
bottles just about anywhere. It might take a little bit of looking around for the 1920 and 1910, but I mean, if you go to 3 stores, you're bound to
And
find
they let you
one
buy
of them.
more than one bottle at a time.
And you can buy as many as you want. None of this is allocated crap where everybody's, oh, I've got 2 cases at home and I'm going to sell it for
chomping
30.
at the bit,
Yeah.
overmarking it. Yeah.
Every bit of this is easily available. You might have to make a couple stops, but you'll find
You'll
it.
find it.
Do not pay more than $30 for this one, and do
Yeah.
not pay more than
Probably
$60, $62.
maybe.
I think, let's just call it 65. I think one of them's at 59 and one of them's at like 62. But now you know where these price points should be. If somebody were to tell me I could have this, if I couldn't find it and it was $70, I'd pay it. It's delicious. And I'd probably do it for that 1910 as well. But this one, the whole purpose of this one is to be a under 30 bottle of whiskey. So
Hell yeah, man.
take our word for it. These are amazing whiskeys. They're all AAA rated by the Whiskey Refinement Company. Get out, buy these whiskeys. Let us know what you think. Tell us, even if you disagree, we want to hear.
Get on that Facebook, man.
Get on the Facebook, get on the Instagram,
Make sure
shoot
you
us
share
an
it.
email, like it, share it, subscribe to our channel. We will see you next time. Peace.
Bye.